Welcome back. It appears the timelines have shifted once again, gracing us with brand new Mandela Effects to discuss. Now, if you're unaware what a Mandela Effect is, it's basically when a group of people remember something different from how it is now. It is theorized this occurs because they have crossed over from another fragment. You may not agree with everything I'm about to say, but don't worry, it just means you're still in your correct timeline. We have some good ones this time, so relax, get cozy, as we dive into our first Mandela Effect. The Chapel. Our first Mandela Effect comes courteous of Tim Timothy, who points out an interesting discrepancy regarding the chapel in episode 2. The location serves as the setting for the first twilight, and is thus marked with the 7th magic circle of the sun. However, that's not all. A phrase is also written in blood across the door. I, and many others, remember this saying, "Happy Halloween for Maria." But that is no longer the case. Now the door says, "Don't dead, open inside," or "Don't open dead inside if you're born." The phrase serves as a clue that leads the battler coming up with his infamous small bombs theory. This is so weird. Maybe I'm mixing it up with episode 8, but this scene is so memorable, being the first time Battler truly squares off with Beatrice. There's no other plausible explanation other than the Mandela Effect. How many of you remember the old message? Let me know down in the comments. Willard Wright. Will is a great inclusion to the story. Being introduced in episode 7 as the magical personification of Van Dyne's 20 rules for writing detective stories, he's a fun character who quickly became a fan favorite, but that might not have always been the case. MD remembers Will making racist comments throughout the episode. I don't remember this at all, but I'm a relatively new fan, so I did some asking around and found someone who does. Phoenix was familiar with the moment and provided me with this description. Yeah, kinda wild. I'm a little shocked that there's not more information on this, like an old interview or something on the Rukenjima forum, but considering this is the Mandela Effect, I guess that's not all that surprising. Did you know Will was racist? And if you didn't, does this change your opinion of him? Comment your thoughts. John Ushiromiya. Now this Mandela Effect is a strange one. Crockeybot has noticed the disappearance of John Ushiromiya. For those who aren't familiar with John, he's George's little brother, who shared the family trait of having Western names. He was a bit of a loner as he was distant in age from the other cousins, being around 14. I can't really confirm his age, as it seems the wiki page is gone right along with him. Now, I could understand if people were forgetting John, since he was so recluse, but the opposite is the case. I tried rereading as much as I could without delaying the video, but couldn't even find a mention of him. Where did he go? If you can find any remnants of John, please tell me in the comments. Together, we can prove his existence. Gaap. Even though we briefly discussed episode 7, this is the first Mandela Effect that has substantial enough spoilers that if you haven't finished Umineko, it'd be best if you stop the video now. Just make sure you come back once you have. Moving on, Gaap's identity has always been a bit of a mystery when it comes to Beatrice's entourage and magical accomplices. Stan is obviously Genji, and Kumasawa literally transformed into Virgilia in episode 3. Most joke that Gaap is Nanjo, or a metaphysical representation of Rose's fashion designs. I've even heard that she's Shannon in some places. But to those from a different timeline, she was much more straightforward. Awful Clown remembers Gaap being his mother, and is quite shocked to discover that is no longer the case. At first, I was confused reading this, because I remember Gaap being my mom, but I have no idea who this is. Then, I thought about it, and realized I haven't seen her in quite some time. Well, where's my mom? Before we continue, it looks like we have some time for some bonus Mandela Effects. That's right, bonus Mandela Effects. I'm gonna go quick, so pay attention. Yasu dying in episode 3 when it actually happens in episode 2. The missing Beatrice battle. Umineko, Calm Kinzo, different voice actors. 300 IQ Battler. What anime? Character changing eye color. And the good anime adaptation. Now all these are pretty interesting, but I just don't have the time to go into full detail with them. If you'd like to learn more about any of these, ask in the comments and I'm sure someone knowledgeable will fill you in. Now, let's get into number 1. Culprit Theories. It wouldn't be a discussion on Umineko without bringing up the countless culprit theories. Some short and not very credible ones, like Go to Triss and Jessica, while others turn into full essays like Eric and Triss. The most infamous theory of all is Rosa Triss. It's been the subject of ridicule for years, so Miguel Ramos' comment really caught my attention. He claimed that Rosa Triss is the canon theory, and that Chicanan Triss no longer holds water. Now, technically the visual novel doesn't confirm anyone is the culprit, but the manga does in the extra arc, Confessions of the Golden Witch. I checked the manga, and to my surprise, the chapter was a backstory for Rosa. This can't be possible. Were Rosa Trace's believers right all along, or has something changed? It is such a staple in the community to clown on the theory that for it to be right and to have always been this way is absurd. This truly is a reality-altering discovery, making it our #1 spot. And those were 5 Umineko Mandela Effects. How many did you remember? Huge thanks to everyone who participated. Reading your comments has been a blast, and it's easily the best part of making these videos. Of course, if there's any more Mandela Effects you know, tell me in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, I've been Kermit the Snake, and remember to get your calcium.